What up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk, and I am here with my first welterweight division video. I will be covering the welterweight division for Colossal Boxing Talk. As you all know, my bro John JG covers the heavyweight division for us, and I will be discussing all things welterweight division. And my first video will be talking about a guy who I feel is, if not the main dark horse, at least one of the dark horses in that division, and that is Jesse Vargas. I must admit, I haven't always been impressed with Jesse Vargas. I felt he got a lot of gift decisions, debatable victories, but he's improving as a fighter. He's willing to fight the best. He has a fan-friendly style. He can box. He's not the biggest puncher. In his 28 fights, he only has 10 knockouts, 1 defeat. He's fought Timothy Bradley, where he hurt him badly in the 12th and final round. But other than that, it was a lopsided decision loss to Timothy Bradley. He fought Saddam Ali in a fight that I picked Ali to win by a clear decision or knockout, but that didn't happen. He surprised me and a lot of other people and completely dominated Saddam Ali, who was a member of the 2012, I believe, or 2008 Olympic team, U.S. Olympic team. He was once signed with Floyd Mayweather, left him because he felt that, it would be best for him to, pursue somebody that has more options for him, I guess, even though it doesn't look that way now. So he signed with Top Rank and Bob Arum. But like I said, he has a tremendous fighting style. He has tremendous heart and will. He's fought Leonardo Tyner, excuse me. He's fought Vivian Harris. He's fought Josecito Lopez, Aaron Martinez, who defeated Devin Alexander, who also, you could arguably say he won a decision against Robert the Ghost Guerrero when they fought last year. He's fought a couple notable guys in his career, and I think that I don't see him as a type fighter or elite type fighter, but he's a B fighter. And I mean, with a couple victories, he could be catapulted up to elite level status, although I don't see his skill set being an elite fighter. But when you beat the top guys and, beat everybody else in between, you're labeled, and rightfully so, as an elite fighter. And I think that he can beat some of the guys in 147. I'll be making a video giving you my top 10 welterweights in the world, collaborating with some of the rankings from my bros from CBT. But I think that he's definitely improved as a fighter. He's definitely somebody to watch because, like I said, he's dedicated and he has skills. You might not like him for winning, decisions you might have felt that he should have lost, but you can't argue that he has skills. He's shown a very good chin. He might have some more pop since he's moved up to 147, and he is now the WBO welterweight champion. Him and Saddam Ali fought for the vacant title that Tim Bradley vacated when he decided to fight Manny Pacquiao for the 3rd time. But fights out there are going to be hard for him to get in terms of other top welterweights in the world. The Sean Porters, the Keith Thurmans, the Kell Brooks, maybe not so much because Eddie Hearn works with, Bob Arum and all kind of guys. So, maybe he could get a fight with Kell Brook. There's also a rematch with Tim Bradley that could be potentially down the line because he does hold the WBO welterweight title. But it fights like Brook, Thurman, Bradley, and not even Brook, Thurman, Porter, Broner, Garcia are going to be fights that are not likely to happen unless Al Heyman and Bob Arum can put their egos to the side to make fights that would benefit not only the fans in the sport of boxing, but their fighters as well, as enhancing their legacy, creating more, demand for the future fights, and then putting them onto a broader audience around the world. And, hopefully some of those fights can be made because he's an action fighter who possesses the ability to box. He's like 5'9", 5'10", so he's very tall for a welterweight. And like I said, he's young. He's 27, I believe. He's improving each fight, and he might have found the right trainer with him, because he had went from Roy Jones to Eric Morales. I think he may have been with Freddie Roach. He may have been. I'm not for sure. I might be wrong about that, but he's been with a lot of quality guys. And if for whatever reason you didn't, whether they had other obligations, other top fighters that they had to tend to, or whether they didn't want to come move their count out to where he stays for the reason they broke up or the relationship didn't work. But he seemed to find the right trainer. I forget his name, but he was a former fighter, and he definitely gave him some sound advice in his fight against Saddam Ali. Definitely seems to have a good connection with Jesse Vargas. And I expect Jesse to, be a contender, one of those top 10 guys throughout his career. I think that he might be just one of those guys that has that ability to upset fighters every few fights. I'm not going to say he's going to win them all, but he's definitely an intriguing guy and one of my dark horses in the welterweight division. Maybe that would change if he was fighting the Spences, the Thurmans, the Porters, the Broners, the Garcias, the Guerreros of the world. But be as it is, he's not fighting those guys now, but he has a chance to potentially fight Postal, Crawford, Winter if they move up. Manny Pacquiao, although he said he's retired, could easily come out of retirement for that WBO title, and that would be a fan-friendly fight. Who else you have out there that he could potentially face? Like I said, Tim Bradley. And that's all I could think of off the top of my head. Maybe Mikey Garcia, who is going to campaign at 140, but he might move up to 147 for a title, or if the money's right, even though he had a bad split from Top Rank. So I doubt we'll see him involved in with a top-ranked fighter anytime soon. But like I said, I think Jesse Vargas is a good fighter. He's grown on me. I'm impressed by the way he approaches each fight. He's fully dedicated. He's improving. And I believe he's a dark horse in the welterweight division. He's ranked in the top 10 now. I'll do a video sometime this week releasing Colossal Boxing's Talk, top 10 welterweight rankings to see where he falls. We're gonna, get the vote of the other 5 guys and, average them out, and we're gonna see how that plays out. But he's definitely somebody to keep your eye out on in terms of making some real noise, because he's the WBO welterweight champion. He earned that with an impressive victory over Saddam Ali, who completely laid an egg and had the fight taken out of him by Jesse Vargas, who is tough and gritty, as you've seen in his fights with Lopez, Leonardo Tyner, if you've seen him. Vivian Harris, Walter Samo, the African guy. He might have been knocked down in that fight, but other than that, he has a good chin. And like I said, he's somebody to watch out for, who is the dark horse in the welterweight division, in my opinion. But like this video, subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Twitter at Colossal CBT. Head over to Facebook, like our Facebook page, Colossal Boxing Talk. And leave comments in the comment section below telling me, do you disagree or agree with me? And if you do disagree with me, who do you think is the dark horse in the welterweight division? Until next time, I'm out. Peace.